Operation Slapshot was an undercover police operation led by the New Jersey State Police, targeting an illegal nationwide gambling ring with ties to the NHL. Made public on February 6, 2006, it exposed a network running since at least 2001, sparked by an anonymous tip that triggered a 4-month investigation. The scandal involved high-profile figures like Rick Tocchet and Wayne Gretzky, who were coaching the Coyotes at the time, Gretzky's wife Janet Jones, and even Coyotes general manager Mike Barnett. Their involvement turned it into a massive story that threatened the NHL's reputation. The investigation revealed bets were primarily placed on professional and college basketball and football, not hockey, a critical detail that meant there was no evidence of NHL game fixing, sparing the league a catastrophic blow. Still, the scandal dominated headlines, raising serious questions about gambling in sports. In this video, we'll break down Operation Slapshot in detail, covering its origins, how it was uncovered, the legal outcomes, and what it means today in a sports landscape dominated by legal betting. To understand Operation Slapshot, we need to revisit the NHL's historical stance on gambling and the betting landscape in 2006. Since its founding in 1917, the NHL enforced a zero-tolerance policy on sports betting to protect the game's integrity. This stance held until May 2018, when the US Supreme Court's decision in Murphy v. National Collegiate Athletic Association overturned the Professional and Amateur Sports Protection Act of 1992, decentralizing betting regulation. States like New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, and Colorado quickly launched legal sportsbooks, and the NHL partnered with MGM Resorts International, marking its first step into the gambling industry. But in 2006, sports betting was still illegal outside Nevada, and in Canada, only multi-game parlays were allowed, pushing most wagering into illegal networks using cash and secret systems. The NHL's historical vigilance against gambling stemmed from other sports scandals. The 1919 Black Sox scandal saw 8 Chicago White Sox players accused of throwing the World Series for gambling money, leading to lifetime bans despite court acquittals. In 1989, Pete Rose, a baseball legend with over 4,000 hits, was banned for life after betting on games, including those of his own team. And in 2007, NBA referee Tim Donaghy was caught betting on games he officiated, leading to a 15-month prison sentence and raising serious questions about the integrity of NBA officiating. The NHL hadn't faced a major gambling scandal before Operation Slapshot, though it wasn't entirely immune to earlier incidents. In 1946, Toronto Maple Leafs defenseman Babe Pratt, a former Hart Trophy winner, was caught betting on NHL games. Initially banned for life, he was reinstated after just 15 days following an appeal. 2 years later, in 1948, the Boston Bruins' Don Gallinger and New York Rangers' Billy Taylor appeared on bookies' client lists during a racketeering probe, resulting in lifetime suspensions by NHL President Clarence Campbell. Jumping back to the 21st century, by 2005, the NHL was struggling. The 2004 to 2005 season's cancellation due to the lockout hurt its popularity, and the 2005 to 2006 season was a desperate bid to win back fans. Operation Slapshot hit at this vulnerable moment, threatening the league's PR campaign. The illegal gambling ring uncovered by Operation Slapshot was based in New Jersey but operated nationwide. It was a sophisticated enterprise, handling millions in bets from at least 2001 to 2006. In a 40-day period leading up to Super Bowl 40, it processed over 1,000 bets totaling $1.7 million. Crucially, no evidence showed bets on hockey, a fact that saved the NHL from a deeper crisis. Members of the gambling ring used burner phones and coded language, referring to bets as packages or deliveries to evade detection. Bets ranged from $1,000 to upwards of $100,000, attracting high rollers, including athletes and celebrities. Notable clients included Janet Jones, Wayne Gretzky's wife, who bet a total of $500,000 with the ring, including $75,000 on the Super Bowl, and Coyotes general manager Mike Barnett, who admitted placing a Super Bowl bet through Rick Tocchet. NHL players Jeremy Roenick and Travis Green were frequent bettors as well, and authorities speculated up to a dozen NHL players, coaches, staff, and even a team owner might be involved. Other players rumored to be involved included Pittsburgh Penguins players Mark Recchi and John LeClair, but both denied any involvement. Early police reports suggested ties to the Bruno Scarfo crime family in Philadelphia, with claims the ring paid a street tax for protection or used the mob as a layoff bank for cash. The lawyers for the defendants denied these links, and no evidence substantiated them, though the rumors added intrigue to the scandal. Rick Tocchet, an assistant coach for the Phoenix Coyotes under head coach Wayne Gretzky, was a central figure in Operation Slapshot. While New Jersey State Trooper James Harney led daily operations, Tocchet's role was pivotal. He provided financial backing and actively managed the operation, recruiting bettors like Jones, Roenick, and Green, and handling transactions. In February of 2006, after the New Jersey State Police investigation, Tocchet was charged with promoting gambling, conspiracy to promote gambling, and money laundering. The NHL placed him on indefinite leave, and he surrendered to authorities. Wiretaps and seized records confirmed his deep involvement. But in May of 2006, before the full evidence was public, Tocchet and Jones threatened to sue New Jersey for defamation, each seeking $50 million, claiming reputational harm. No record shows the lawsuit actually being filed, suggesting it was dropped as evidence against the pair mounted. In May of 2007, Tocchet pleaded guilty to conspiracy and promoting gambling, with the money laundering charge dropped. He received 2 years probation and a $5,000 fine, with the judge citing his cooperation, clean record, and remorse for the lenient sentence. The NHL conducted an investigation, during which Tocchet was barred from league activities. In November of 2007, Bettman announced Tocchet's suspension would end in February of 2008, provided he refrained from gambling and underwent medical evaluations for compulsive gambling. Tocchet returned as an associate coach with the Coyotes and later coached in Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, Arizona, Vancouver, and now Philadelphia. In 2024, he won the Jack Adams Award as the NHL's top coach, and has also worked as a TNT panelist between coaching gigs. James Harney, a 40-year-old New Jersey State Trooper from Cherry Hill, was the mastermind behind the gambling ring. From at least 2001 to 2006, he ran a sophisticated bookmaking operation, managed transactions, collected debts, and ensured payouts, using his law enforcement status to deflect suspicion and intimidate delinquent bettors. He recruited associates like Tocchet and James Ulmer, and with Tocchet's help, attracted high-profile clients. Wiretaps revealed Harney's meticulous record-keeping, using code names for bettors. The investigation, sparked by a tip about his activities, led to his arrest in February of 2006 alongside Tocchet. Police raided his home, seizing hundreds of thousands of dollars in Rolex watches, several plasma TVs, $27,000 in cash, and bank accounts worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Harney faced charges of promoting gambling, conspiracy, money laundering, and official misconduct for abusing his authority as a state trooper. He was suspended from the New Jersey State Police and later terminated. Harney pleaded guilty to conspiracy, promoting gambling, and official misconduct, and agreed to aid authorities in making their case against the other defendants. He was sentenced to 5 years in state prison and a $5,000 fine, a harsher penalty than Tocchet due to his leadership role and betrayal of public trust. He served roughly 3 years in a minimum security facility, released in 2010 for good behavior. The scandal embarrassed the New Jersey State Police, prompting internal conduct reviews. Harney faded from public view post-release, with no clear record of his subsequent activities. James Ulmer, a Swedesboro, New Jersey resident, played a supporting role in Operation Slapshot. As a runner under Harney's direction, he collected bets, distributed winnings, and kept records, ensuring smooth operations. His role was less prominent than Harney's or Tocchet's, focusing on logistics rather than leadership or recruitment. Ulmer was arrested in February of 2006 with Harney and Tocchet, and charged with promoting gambling, conspiracy, and money laundering. Like Tocchet, Ulmer pleaded guilty to conspiracy and promoting gambling, with the money laundering charge dropped. His cooperation secured a lenient sentence, and he received 2 years probation and a $2,500 fine, avoiding prison due to his minor role, clean record, and assistance to investigators. Ulmer's involvement faded from public attention, overshadowed by higher-profile figures. And after probation, he retreated from the spotlight, with no further legal issues reported. Janet Jones, an actress known for The Flamingo Kid, A Chorus Line, and a 1987 Playboy appearance, and the wife of Wayne Gretzky, drew intense media scrutiny in Operation Slapshot. Wiretaps captured her discussing bets, but she had no role in running the operation. The New Jersey State Police found no basis to charge her, or other high-profile bettors like Roenick and Green. The media sensationalized Jones' involvement, with headlines like Gretzky's wife and gambling scandal. Even though she faced no charges, Jones was subpoenaed to testify before a New Jersey grand jury, which further amplified her role in the scandal. Supported by Gretzky, she emerged unscathed, with no lasting impact on her career or personal life. Wayne Gretzky, the Coyotes' head coach at the time and hockey's great one, was peripherally linked to Operation Slapshot due to Jones' betting and his ties to Tocchet. Wiretaps captured him discussing the ring with Tocchet, expressing concern about protecting Jones from legal trouble, fueling speculation he might have placed bets or aided his wife in doing so. The Newark Star-Ledger reported these conversations, but no evidence showed Gretzky betting. He denied involvement, stating in February of 2006, "Other than the occasional horse race, I do not bet on any sports," and clarified that Jones didn't place bets for him. The NHL's investigation cleared him, but skeptics questioned his lack of involvement, given his very close ties to the ring's participants. But without evidence, these doubts remained speculative, and Gretzky's coaching role and legacy remained intact. Operation Slapshot began in October of 2005 with an anonymous tip that Harney was running an illegal gambling operation from his home and even taking bets while out on patrol. Over 4 months, the New Jersey State Police used wiretaps to record conversations between Harney, Tocchet, Ulmer, and clients. Undercover agents posed as bettors, and surveillance tracked suspects' movements and cash exchanges. Informants provided additional insights, building a clear picture of the ring's mechanics. In February of 2006, just before the Turin Olympics in Italy, police arrested Harney, Tocchet, and Ulmer and publicly announced the bust. The timing overshadowed the Olympics, taking the spotlight off the participation of NHL players on the world stage. Operation Slapshot forced the NHL into crisis mode. Bettman met with Tocchet and announced his indefinite suspension and a voluntary leave of absence. The league hired Robert Cleary, a former U.S. attorney for the District of New Jersey, to investigate, and he confirmed no hockey bets were placed, which preserved the game's integrity. In Canada, CBC aired wiretap clips of Gretzky discussing the ring with Tocchet, fueling debate about his role in the scandal. In the US, headlines like the New York Post's "Gretzky's Gal Gambles" and exaggerated rumors about potential mob connections sensationalized the story. Olympic media appearances were also impacted, as reporters grilled NHL figures about their thoughts on the scandal. Fans were divided. Some saw it as yet another betrayal after the lockout, while others dismissed it, more upset with Gretzky for putting together a Canadian hockey team that finished in 7th place at the Olympics. The scandal also sparked early discussions about legalizing sports betting, a concept that wasn't realized until 2018. After the legal dust settled, the key figures moved on. Rick Tocchet got back into coaching, and these days Operation Slapshot is little more than a footnote in his illustrious career in hockey. James Harney faded from the spotlight after he was released from prison. His time as a state trooper was over, and there's little public info about what he did next. Wayne Gretzky stayed with the Coyotes until 2009, stepping away from coaching after 4 losing seasons. He also relinquished his ownership stake in the team when the Coyotes holding company entered Chapter 11 bankruptcy proceedings. Like Tocchet, Operation Slapshot didn't do much to tarnish the Great One's legacy, or the legacy of his wife Janet Jones. As a hockey fan, I'm concerned that with the legalization of sports betting and the NHL partnering with companies like DraftKings, FanDuel, and BetMGM, the league has forgotten the lessons of Operation Slapshot, leaving it vulnerable to a worse scandal, potentially involving players or officials betting on or fixing games, which would devastate fan trust and cause irreparable harm to the league. That's all for this look back at Operation Slapshot. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to support the channel.